welcome. Today I am going to be using a combination of 3 of the Kim Cran's decks. I'll be using the Wild Unknown Tarot, the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit deck, and the Wild Unknown Archetypes deck. I'm gonna grab 1 card here from the Archetypes deck, and then I'm going to grab another card from the Animal Spirit deck, and then I'll do a 9 card spread with the Tarot deck, the Wild Unknown Tarot. For the Archetype and Animal Spirit cards, I'll be reading from the book because there's some juicy details you don't want to skip over. Alright. Interesting. Okay. Excuse me. So for the Wild Unknown Archetype, you got the 1. Let's see, is this gonna work? Alright. Now to get the Animal Spirit card. And for your Animal Spirit, we have the Cheetah. Alright, and now I'm going to lay out the tarot spread, and after that, we'll get into all these juicy details. So the 3 of Cups popped out. Now, I'm taking it that there may be some sort of celebration here. Some sort of get-together between family, friends, and the like, maybe even co-workers. Alright, let's see. All right, so the 1, let's see. All right, the non-duality, one love, unis mundus? We'll see. Our ability to experience this archetype firsthand is limited. It comes in brief and potent moments that we are left to savor for a lifetime. The one is both the energy that unites all living beings and our capacity to sense this intimate union. This archetype eludes us most of our lives, appearing as a concept in a distant galaxy. Yet, when we are in the midst of its power, a solemn reverence falls across all of the land. We glimpse ourselves in the vastness of all consciousness and are neither small nor large within that field. We are neither important nor unimportant. All duality fades away and we are left with what is, the precious knowing that life is a gift and we are both the giver and the receiver of this fortune. The unis mundus is a circle representing the unity of existence. Is it possible that the beginning and the end of all things is love? It is said that Om is the primordial sound of the universe and that all other mantras are born from it. Simply imagining this possibility will activate the One. Okay. So I get this as like a particular understanding in a sense of like, I want to say like, pondering your existence, trying to make sense of things. I feel like this right here, the one speaks of like the understanding here. It's like it says in the description here. It's like we realize that we are neither small nor large when compared to the universe, and we are neither important nor unimportant. We are really like accepting things for what they are, accepting ourselves for who we are in this moment, with the realization that we built this, right? Like this is our existence is precious. It's a gift, something to be savored, experienced. Not to, I get this as sort of like, not to get like bogged down in the details, not to get distracted by things that don't actually matter. Alright, then we have Cheetah. Solar force, action, achievement, masculine energy. Which is interesting because in the tarot spread, we do have two masculine energies. But anyways, the cheetah is the epitome of the solar forces at work. The sun doesn't shine onto the cheetah, it shines from inside this great creature and expands outward to brighten the universe. The energy within a cheetah personality is palpable to others, and they naturally attract an audience to bear witness to their remarkable achievements. Purpose and passion are the best fuel for a cheetah's forward momentum, so if you're lacking in those areas, reconnect to the why before you start running. And I think the beginning of this is like a good example of what the one is talking about. It's how it says, the cheetah is the epitome of the solar forces at work. The sun doesn't shine onto the cheetah, it shines from inside the great creature and expands outward to brighten the universe. And it's like, in a sense, that light is what attracts others to you, right? And I feel like at this time, okay, you're very attractive in a sense, like you're your passion, right? When pursuing something or someone, that's really what brings people's attention to you, like your intensity. And how it says here at the end, reconnect to the why before you start running. And to me, that really also speaks of how here with the one, it's saying, all duality fades away and we are left with what is, the precious knowing that life is a gift and we are both the giver and the receiver of this fortune. And I definitely feel like that Three of Cups that came out earlier could definitely be speaking to like a get together to celebrate you, to celebrate some sort of achievement that you have made, or some sort of achievement that you will soon make. Alright. Now, for the tarot portion here, we have the Seven of Pentacles. Excuse me. The Two of Swords. And the Ace of Swords. Now, I feel like at this current point in time, either you were or you are, taking a look at your life and, the direction that you're going, right? You're looking at the people and places and things in your life that are and are not working. You're really sort of like evaluating everything currently in your life, and that's what's brought you here to a sort of like crossroads in a sense. Because, this Two of Swords is representing some sort of choice that needs to be made. And interestingly enough, that is followed by the Ace of Swords, which speaks to like truth coming to light, some sort of success in a sense even. Now, as far as what this choice is about, I feel like you're really considering the things to cut out, right? I feel like, you're really going to be getting rid of things that do not serve you and your highest good. Alright, so next up we have the Father of Pentacles. The Eight of Cups. And the Mother of Cups. Yeah, it's like how I said before, you're cutting out things that are not in your highest good at this current point in time. So I feel like, you're really sort of like delving, or rather diving into your work. You're really focusing a lot on like your financial stability, your material stability, things that can bring you money. Now with this Eight of Cups, I get that, you're leaving behind like an older version of you, a previous version of you, and you're walking into a new one. You're starting a new, more personal path, right? Where I feel like you're going to be getting to know more of yourself, because here with this, with this Queen of Cups, right? I feel like that's speaking to like a more emotionally healthy version of the self. You know, I feel like you're really getting in touch with your body, with your intuition, you know, making it easier for you to see the signs and the synchronicities and all the messages coming from the universe that are, you know, here meant to help guide you, direct you in the right direction. Alright, so lastly, we have the Emperor. The Magician. And Temperance. Yeah, you see, I really see you stepping into your power here with the Emperor. You know, it's like that decision that you had to make is in the past, because I don't know if you can really see this. I don't know if I can get close enough, but there's that sun, or at least that sun-like thing, that is also here in the Two of Swords. You know, except it is much further away, which to me is like stating that this decision that needs to be made is in the past. Damn it. Alright, hold on one moment, I'm getting a phone call. Alright, sorry about that. I just have to take care of a few things now. Here, okay. Ooh, let me just check my mic, because I'm afraid that the battery, alright. The last thing I need is this mic cutting out. So yeah, you know, as I was saying, you know, with the Emperor here, you know, I feel like you're really like in your power. You're not really like, you're not having difficulty making any decisions. You're not acting out of pride or ego or any of that. Okay? You're really like you're filled with confidence. You have this certain sense of like courage. You're no longer afraid to act on things out of passion, right? You're not afraid to act on things that feel right to you, because you're now being guided, you're now being led by your intuition, that gut feeling, that little voice in the back of your head, those tingles when you just know that something is right, that something is meant for you, or you're like on the right path, you're doing the right thing. And interestingly enough, with the Magician, I was actually watching, or not watching rather, but I was listening to this podcast by this one particular Instagram account that I follow. I want to say it's called The Tarot Diagnosis, and it's a podcast on Spotify where I listen to the podcast, and then they have an Instagram where they post all their content and such. And they, during this particular episode of the podcast, they were looking at, I want to say, like the action and feeling behind particular tarot cards, and the Magician just so happened to be one. And behind like the I mean, I guess it would be the feeling. It would be like they were saying that the Magician represented having a certain understanding of like how your thoughts and your actions affect things in your life. And I feel like that's a big realization that you're having, or you will soon be having, right? Because then with temperance, you're really just like, you're really changing things around. You're going from one version of yourself to a completely opposite, better version of yourself, where you have a better grasp, a better understanding on how both yourself and the universe itself works. And I feel like something that you're definitely working on is manifestation. You get to this emperor energy, here, and it just opens up a whole new world for you, a whole new you, both inner and outer. Now, there was one more card that came out on top of Temperance, and that was the Nine of Wands. And I feel like this really sort of ties in with the Magician and having the understanding of how your thoughts and your actions affect your life and your direction. And now here with the Nine of Wands, right, I feel like this is really speaking to not letting your trauma holding you back. Like, I feel like, that the Eight of Wands being on top of Temperance here, that to me is very indicative of healing, right? You're working on certain traumas and you're healing them as you become this new version of you. You're healing through your thoughts, you're healing through your actions, and it's really bringing you to this place of being able to just do it, right? Without having to second guess yourself, without getting stuck at any sort of crossroads, or having to make any major decision. You're utilizing all of the tools that you've been given as a human, living this experience. And that's what's helping you to really move forward here, is having that understanding of both the self and the universe and how all of that works. All right, collective. This is the message that I have for you today, and I do hope it serves you well. Be gentle with yourselves. I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye now.